Hey guys, what is going on? Christine Austin Ill here with Raheem Ill. And
what's up, everybody?
Yes, Lord, we are trying to get these devices together. He's the techie, and maybe I'll put some little bloopers at the end of us trying to get this thing together. I have one camera on my left, but I was trying to have both of them together. And yeah, we were having some difficulties, but I wanted you to be able to see, technical difficulties. Wanted you to see the actual page, but we'll work through it. What we are doing today is we are creating a landing page. So Mr. Ill wants a landing page to help with recruiting. This is what we're dealing with, is recruiting, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now I know that there's a million videos on YouTube, Google, the whole nine, and a lot of the videos are showing you the technical part as far as what's on your computer screen, what websites to use, all of that. But nobody's really talking about, in anything that I've seen anyway, but how to actually get to the point of putting it on the website. And that's where we have our scratch paper, okay? Some people are very digital, and some people are old school, like to have the paper. I have the colored pencils in here, and we are going to have fun just creating, right? And the first steps, because he wanted me to do his landing page for like the last year, right? Really, we've been talking about it 2 weeks. Did you say 2 years? Dude, anyway. And I keep telling him there's these steps that you need to do, and then I can help you, and it's just not getting done because he doesn't have that vision for it. And so now we are here together, and again, I felt that it would be great to record it because this is like the bottom part of what is necessary to get to the website. So without further ado, we're just going to jump in and allow you guys to just listen in as we are talking through what the vision is that Raheem has and how I can help him put it together. And the easiest way I thought it would be for me to do it is because I'm creating a new website for my credit company. Let me back up. No, I'm not doing anybody's credit. I will not go back into that business, but I do have an ebook. So I want to have a landing page for that, right? So this will be easy for him to have an idea of us walking through this together. All right, so very first thing is we need to know what is your business name going to be, and what is your business name?
My business name?
Yeah.
My business name is RLE Enterprises, which is my initials. It's a previous business that I own, previous business name that I've owned for years, and you know, going into this business, I'm able to keep my costs down, and also it's my business. It's still my initials, so I figure why not go with that. So it'll be RLE Enterprises.
Okay.
Let me grab these. Go ahead.
Okay. So the first thing is he's already identified his company. Okay. Once you identify the name of your company, you want to go out. You can go to GoDaddy.com. Anywhere where you're going to search domain names, and you want to make sure that your name is available before you go creating all of these things.
So I can't have like Nike or Adidas.
Right. You cannot have anything like that.
Why?
It's already owned.
Oh.
Right. It's already owned, and you're going to have problems when other people are going to try to find you. They're going to get to the big Nikes, right? So that's one thing. Now his name is already taken. However, he decided to go ahead and just use the rleenterprises.org, although I advised against it because most people don't go to org when they're looking for websites. They're going to .com. That's why the .com is more expensive if somebody has owned it before. So his go ahead and tell them what you told me. Do you remember what you told me as to why you were okay with still using the name and wanted to just go ahead with the .org?
Most people, when they, you know, it's an insurance business, so not like Nike where it would have the popularity, or if somebody's searching for my name, I don't know, they would know us, they would know the business versus in a normal situation, somebody searching for life insurance is not going to be searching by the name. They're going to be just doing a general search for life insurance or car insurance or boat insurance or dog insurance. They're not going to know the different names of certain companies. And as far as my existing clients, well, they would know the name of our organization. They would know the website to go to. They would be looking at a business card and typing that in. So that play on .org or .com isn't that big of a deal. And again, it's my name, it's my initials. So I wanted to keep that as my own identity. And again, to keep the cost down. So, and when I went to that company that had my company name, they have my name, but that's not even the name of their company. Did you look at that?
No.
It's not even the name of their company. So when you go to that, it's not even something that's related, and you know, you can kind of get around that. People can, you know, if they see, oh, I typed in .com and it's .org, people can correct that on their own. So it may not be that big of a deal, just depending upon what you're working with. Not that big of a deal for me.
Right.
So
and so again, with him, he's going to be directing individuals to his site. So everything that we're going to be doing, everything as far as his emails that he's going to be sending out to potential clients or potential recruits, it's going to have links that's going to bring him directly to his web page. Whereas like my website, I have all kinds of things on my website, from insurance to ebooks to credit repair. Like I have a little bit of a melting pot of things that are available. So I needed to make sure I have the .com, the .net, the .org, like all of those things. So everybody can just go directly to my site, because I'm not just sending people to me. They're going and looking for me because of my YouTube channel and things like that. So those are one major thing you want to think about when you are creating your name. If it is solely that you are going to be sending people directly to you, great. Use the .net, .org. There's a whole bunch of different nets, you know, .somethings right now. Use what works best for you, okay? And a domain name is not expensive at all. I don't know, how much was yours for the year?
Mine was it was less than, I want to say it was 99 cents. I could be wrong. It could have been $10.
Yeah,
something.
It was 99 cents a month.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, so
99 cents a month?
Oh no, for the year.
For the year.
Yeah, his was very
for the year.
Very inexpensive. But next year it usually goes up a little bit each year. So it's nice if you can lock it in for 2 to 5 years, that's great. But that price can fluctuate, but just keep that in mind. But they're very inexpensive, okay? And then your website, you want to decide what you want to do. So there are several different sites that you can use. You can Google that. I don't know all of them, but I do know Wix, you know, the web page, they have landing shells, which is what we're using for his. Mine is on WordPress, okay? And I got that through GoDaddy because my domain is through GoDaddy. His domain is through Wix, okay? And again, it just depends on how you want your site to look. My website has several different pages. I have a ton of private pages that only individuals that click on certain links can access for my blogs and things like that. He's very simple, one product. Wix is amazing, okay? So we're not gonna show you the screens. Again, we're gonna go ahead and talk through this. So he is dealing with his life insurance business, and right now this page is to capture individuals who are interested in the business. So the first thing we want to look at is, how do you want the layout? All right, so this is a little bit of that brain power that you have to put in. Nobody else can create that for you. Now there's several different templates, and of course I have him looking at this to give ideas of what the template could look at. Like you can have that at the very top where it's going to be like, boom, here's on his web page that I started, it has a picture of all of the agents in different color tops, but you get to see that there's white agents, black agents, fat agents, skinny agents, tall, short, like all different nationalities. And it kind of, for me, the reason I picked that picture was anybody that's going to look at that initially is relatable. They can see, oh, well, there is somebody in there that looks like me. So that's why I chose that picture. But again, I wanted him to, again, if he didn't want that picture, just giving him something to look at. From there, it goes down, and then you want to have, well, at the very top, you can have your logo if you created one. He did create the logo, right? So that was one of the second things that I told him. Get your name together and get a logo if you want one. You don't have to have a logo. But if you want one, by all means, go ahead and do that. And he did that through Wix as well. So we have that on there. Now, if we can go ahead and do that on our scratch paper, babe.
What are we doing?
We're gonna put, yep, we're just writing logo at the top. And then the very next thing.
Coloring.
Yes.
And this stuff is real important because, you know, this is the face of your business. And a caution that I want to throw out there to people who are like myself, I'm more of a point and shoot. Can you see that?
Yep,
yeah, I'm more of a point and shoot, correct it as I go. Just a caution for people who are not like me, for people who want to have everything perfect and all of that. I've been in business now as a life insurance agent for 5 years. I'm just beginning to get this website. It wasn't necessary for me to get started. It's not really necessary at all, but it is about next level thinking, next level presentation, what you would like to look like in the cyberspace. Because people are, I mean, you leave a business card on somebody's door. Most people, I would say out of 100 people, I'd say at least a good 40 of them, somewhere probably between 30, 40, maybe even more, are going to look you up. And they're going to do it right on their phone with their fingertips. So to have a professional look, to have a professional presence, and links that you can share on your social media profiles and stuff like that, are just one huge thing. You know, it's about, as I always put, you know, you could operate your business like a Walmart, or you could operate it like a corner store business. A corner store business can be very successful, but I think we all know that Walmart is much more successful than that corner store. And it has a lot to do with the things that we're doing right now, their website, the commercial, and they're always in your face. You see Walmart commercials, Walmart ads in your junk mail that come, and commercials on television, so on and so forth. So they do understand that advertising is power, and just staying in front of the people in the marketplace. So this is what I'm striving to do, and what she's helping me do, because she's done it so many times. And I'm leaning on her for her help, but it's really not necessary. The site like Wix right now, you'll see us as she's doing her outline, you'll see us glancing down at our down. You can't see what we're looking at, but I actually have my tablet in front of me. There you go. She has her tablet in front of her, and so we're actually doing this as we're talking to you right now. So you kind of getting to see this on the fly. And I think when we're done with this video, when we're done with these sites, we could put a link in the description so you guys can see what we created. How about that?
Well, I can actually just show what you created, your screenshots with your links.
Oh, you're so fancy.
Yeah, they can check it out.
And pardon me, I'm very thirsty. This is water. I'm drinking water. I'm trying to drink a gallon a day, so you'll be seeing me gulp. All right? So where we I got to catch up to you? Or you want to just share what you did?
Yeah, you need to catch up. So,
so I'm sorry, that's the logo I'm doing, right?
Yep.
My logo, so I just write the space because I can't draw my logo out.
No. You can just,
this will be my logo.
Yeah. All right. So as he's putting it down, and I'm drawing it again right here. I changed what I did because I'm doing my credit and he's gonna do his. So I want to go ahead and put mine together how I know I'm thinking about it as we're going, how I want my page to look. So this is what you need to do, babe. So your first part is your logo, and then like looking at this is our landing page, all right? So this piece of paper is our landing page. How you want to visualize how you want this page to look. Now, if you're somebody that's not very creative, and that's okay, there's a ton right now in front of me. I have landing page ideas where it kind of has several different templates for you to look at, to kind of see what moves you, what makes you be like, yeah, that's how I want mine to go. If you notice, babe, this one, does that look familiar to you?
No.
That's the one Paul used for our Peace of Mind page. Okay. So it has
there's a layout.
And then it has the layout. Yes, the layout.
Yeah.
And then the circles are down at the below. Yeah. So there's several different templates right on Google, and you really just want to take some time, look at that, and then whatever jumps out at you, that's what you need to do, right? Because it's going to make it easy for you to enter the information to put on here. Google is your friend. Yes.
It flipped that. It flipped that. Google
no,
is your
it's
friend.
gonna look good on their end.
Right? All
yeah,
right.
it'll look good on their end.
Cool.
All right.
Google is your friend.
So you have your logo. The next thing, babe, is your picture. Cause do you want to keep it where you have the picture next?
I love that picture.
Okay, so just put a little square, and that's your picture.
Yeah, I definitely want the picture.
All right. So on mine, I have 3 blocks for the picture because I know for my credit repair, the one I'm going to put in there, credit scores, good, better, and best. In the middle, I'm going to show a picture of the credit score jumping up to X amount of points. And the third picture will be somebody with a car and a home, right? Because those are things that we're looking for when we're dealing with credit. So now the next thing, what would be the next thing that you want people to look at? You don't want that to be that big, do you?
No, I'm sorry, I was distracted. I'm at to turn these notifications off.
Yeah, turn it off.
Turn it off?
Turn it off. So you want your picture here.
Picture.
All right, so you want to make sure you have space unless you want your whole picture to take up your whole page.
Okay.
Like this is our page, okay? So what's the very next thing you want a person that you talk to them out at Giant Eagle and you're telling them about the business, this and that, and you want to, this is where you can just send them a link and this is the page that's popping up. This is your landing page. They see your logo, okay, great, it's not that big, it's small, it's not taking over the whole page because you don't want it to take over the whole page because it's not about your logo. They see the picture's captivating. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a nice picture. Now what's the very next thing that you want them to see or read?
What do y'all think? Put your comments there of what you think should be that next thing. What would you like to see as your next thing? I'm thinking we always are in our industry. One of our things that we promote, if you will, is that agents within our organization make between $300 and $500 per day. So I would think something maybe along those lines, just like our company flyers have.
Mm-hmm. So when you're saying it like that, to me, do you want to put in there what could you do with an extra $1,000 a week? Or how could $1,000 extra a week change your life now? Well, see, I'm into life now. So of course that's what came out of my mouth. But so what are the words? So looking at an example in front of us, discover a career of extreme purpose, right? So that's what, and they're showing a beautiful big home. They're showing an airplane. You know what I mean? The possibilities is what was showing there. But what do you want your words to be? Because obviously you can't use that. That's where the thinking comes in. So when people come onto these web pages, YouTube videos telling you that you can make a website in 15 minutes, sure you can. But it took them hours, sometimes days, before getting on and putting it into the website because it takes this. And sometimes you're gonna have several pages to do that. This is the thinking. So what do you want to say? What if all your experiences in life brought you to this moment? That's something that we're reading on a web page right now, right?
That's a very powerful question right there. What if all your experiences in life brought you to this moment? Right.
And so it's like, while he's thinking about what he wants to put there, I'm going to do a side note. You want to make sure that you are writing down on your scratch paper as you are creating this in your web page, on your landing page, same thing, the fonts, the font type, the size, because you don't want to get through your whole website and you have 20 different fonts and different sizes because it's going to look very low budget. All right, so you want to be mindful of that. I've learned that along the way. That's why your girl's updating her website now. Because I created one a couple years back, and I threw that thing together. And, you know, as I look at it, I'm like, I've grown. I need to change that.
Yeah.
So, you thought about what you want to put there?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. We'll
all right. So just put
we'll
words.
Leave a space.
Yep.
Now that'll go underneath of the picture.
That's going to go under the picture, right? And I'll write that as captivating. A captivating statement.
Yeah.
That's going to go right below there.
Pencils and no erasers. It's okay.
I have erasers downstairs. All right. So your captivating statement is going to be next. And that's going to be in your bold, right? Your bold lettering, so that it's going to stand out. And it has to be, or should be, something that's going to make somebody want to know more. They're going to want to read more. Nobody cares about really what you know. And that's a lot of where we fall short, is we create things and we start immediately talking about us, what we know, what we've done, this and that and the third. But you have to get their attention, because they don't care about you. They care about what you have that's going to help them, right? It's all about them. So that's your captivating statement. How are you going to be able to help them? How is this opportunity going to be able to help them? What are, why should they hit the like button, or why should they put their information in for you to call them? Captivate. It has to be something that makes sense for them right now. All right. And as you go down throughout there, babe, you want to be, as you're, right under that, you can actually have, like we see here, you could put more pictures, because people, very visual. That's why the Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of these things right now are very popular, because people like to scroll, they like to see the pictures, and they're reading the bold letters on the pictures. If you have a lot of words, like, are you paying attention?
Me?
Yes.
Or them?
You.
Yes, ma'am.
If there's a lot of words on a page, they're not going to read it. So again, short, sweet, and simple is what always works. All right. So then right after our captivating statement, babe, what should we put down? What would you like to see?
More of a intro into that question, that answer.
Okay.
So if you're, how can this opportunity, how can coming to our site, how can being a partner with us help you? If that's the question, I think the very next thing should be a follow-up, kind of more of an introduction. I like how this is, if you can scroll up. Oh yeah, that's your pad. So I like how that is. I really like that. Same type of format. So what I'm looking at is a picture of an individual hugging another individual. The individual that I'm speaking of is the owner of this particular site, this particular template that we're looking at, and they're introducing themselves with a real small bio about themselves, not real lengthy. It's not something that I would look at like, I'm not going to sit here and read all that. And that's another thing. These need to be something that is quick, because people will just jump off onto the next thing. If it looks like this is going to be a project, just finding out about this company, I'm going to move on, and most people will too. So it's a real brief bio, real brief introduction. So I definitely want to utilize something like that.
Okay, so then on your page, you want to just kind of put not a real big one, but a box, and split it in half. I said not a real big one. He took up the whole page.
I'm doing well no, because there's gonna be one over here. You meant not that big going down.
Yeah, because this is just this is your
good.
template. So you have more paper, so it's okay.
That's all good.
So your bio and then a pic. And you kind of, and again, when you're writing down, so just kind of showing you guys what he wrote. He has his logo. He has a big picture that he's going to put there. Then his question, what kind of captivating statement's going to go there that's going to make this person who's looking at this page want to keep scrolling, right? And then he's going to put his picture, whatever picture, and you're going to be thinking about what type of picture you want to put there.
Yeah, we got plenty.
And we have a million pictures. We've been here forever. And then his bio, right? And again, not a real long bio. At the end of scrolling down a little bit more, again, looking at this template, which is a very nice template, very clean. Now, there is kind of like a blog, giving some more information on here. Another picture. This one has a Lambo? What is that? Ooh, go ahead, girl.
What, did you know the
Did
car?
I do the car?
She knows no cars. None.
I know a
None.
Mazda and a Mercedes Benz.
All she said, it could be whatever. She's like, oh, I like the grill. She just on grills and don't know. Yeah. So you did good. It's a
I did good. It's a Lambo on here. So this Lamborghini and an airplane. But it's giving more another story. And it has links. And remember I was talking about there's different links. So like my website, I can put a link and take them to another page, but it's not necessary. What we're looking at is a landing page, but it's a website, so it has multiple pages. That's why we can see the lines up top.
Right.
However, that link can take them to another page if they're interested in hearing or reading a lot. If not, the information that's there is enough. It's enough to keep their interest. And then at the bottom, testimonials, stories from real agents or individuals that are interested in the business. You can have that at the bottom or not. But notice the background is another picture as well, right? And so a lot of times, people are not reading all of that. The pictures that are clean and crisp, it just looks good, right? That's the point of it. It looks good, because I don't know how many times I've talked to an individual and I'm like, okay, so you went to the website, what did you learn from the website? And they're like, oh, that car was nice. I mean, I just know I need a new car. It's like certain things that makes it identifies with them. That's all that they identify with, right? But it was enough for them to click on that link and enter their email information for me to contact them, right? So now this is a landing page, but it's more of the website page. So what you want to do, so now you're done with your bio and your pick, you need to have a call of action after that. So your call of action is going to be, what do you want them to do whenever they're coming to this website?
This will be my link will be in there for them to schedule an interview. So that will be in there.
So wait, before you write that down.
As well as there will be a couple videos in there.
That's what I was going to say. So before that call of action next, I think should be the video, giving them information. And really, it'd be nice if you had a video talking about the business, how it's changed your life.
Right.
We have one that's together, but having one that's you by yourself, an interview, to allow them to meet you. And then the second one is maybe the video about the product that we provide, or not. Maybe
that would be a good idea. That's the video that I was thinking about has that in there, but I don't know if I'd be able to use that video, so we might have to use
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
You can use it if it's on YouTube. Yeah, because anybody that owns that, it goes to them.
Rights.
Yeah, it's all to them. So they get the credit for the views and all of that. So you can use that. So then you would have a line and you could use, your video and then their video. And the very next thing is, if you want to learn more, you still interested in whatever, now you click this link, and that next box can either be to email you, or if you have Constant Contact signed up or Acuity signed up, where they can click there and immediately schedule an appointment. But if you don't have any of those things, and those are other platforms that cost money. And let me just add, we are not being sponsored by anybody at all. We're not being paid for this video from any of these platforms. It's just what we're using right now. But yeah, so you can have your link now embedded in the web page in order to have it directed. So rewind, and we're at almost 30 minutes, and we're going to shut this down so that we can actually get in and create his page as well as my page, and we'll put it together for you guys. So this is not an hour-long video, but to recap, the very first thing is figuring out what your business name is going to be. You want to go and see if that domain is available. You can go to GoDaddy, you can go to Wix, you can go to WordPress. Just search domain in the Google bar, and you'll be able to find somebody to search your name. Do not buy your domain from any of the platforms before figuring out which website you want to use. And the reason I say that is if you pay for your domain with GoDaddy, GoDaddy owns it for the first, 90 days. What that means is if you decide that you want your website on Wix, you cannot take that domain. Okay? So do your research before you start paying for things.
Rewind that. Say that again.
So again, if you're searching for your name, your domain name, so Life Now Incorporated, Life Now-ish, Life Now Inc., right? Those are my business names. When I Google for those names to see if it's available, lifenow.com, christineaustinhill.com. GoDaddy says it's available, and they're telling me how much it costs. If I pay for that on GoDaddy, but I don't want to use GoDaddy's website, but I buy it with GoDaddy, I'm locked in with them for 90 days. My name is. So I can create the website anywhere, but I'll have to create it with a different name until this name is released and I can transport it. So you want to be careful with that. So that's why when we did Raheem's, I'm like, don't go paying for anything yet. Let's figure out what we're gonna do, and then we'll buy that domain with the web hosting company. So again, his is with Wix. So you get the name, you get the domain, you check, .com, .net, what have you, pay for it through the hosting company that you're going to use for your web page or your landing page, same thing. And then get down and get your scratch paper together and figure out how you want this to look. Wix has a lot of, it's very easy to just pull the different templates in. Maybe one day, if that's something you guys are interested in looking at, leave the comment down below. There's tons of videos on YouTube already for that, but if you want your girl to do it, let me know. But it's easy for you to manipulate and move around. Once you do that, do not publish that website, because we still need to figure out if we're going to use Acuity, ACUITY scheduling, or
Wix.
Not Wix scheduling.
GoDaddy.
No, you just made me mess up. Constant Contact. Because I use the Acuity. Yeah, I use Constant Contact because I have several different things. So I use them for my contacts, and I can create different groups. So when people click on certain links, it can go to different groups. He's not that complicated. So he can use any one. He could do a little more research to see which is going to be the least expensive and go with that one.
Can you start with one and switch to another and merge your contacts over?
You can. Yep, you can. But just for ease, if you're creating emails and sending them out, and say somebody's like me who may not check an email or see the email for 2 months, and now you switched carriers, and I click on it, it's going to be like it doesn't exist, and now you've lost a person. So you kind of want to get what you're going to stick with. That's why I'm research. And
you've lost them, or
you can lose them. The link won't work anymore.
That link won't work, but once they get the next, if you merge them over into the new program that you have, and that program sends them an email or what have you,
you would have to send the email. It won't automatically send an email.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if it's somebody like,
important stuff.
How many people have we sent out information to and they haven't responded? You're like, okay, they're not interested. You're not going, a lot of times we don't keep sending that information because it's spamming somebody.
Right.
So again, I just had somebody buy an ebook, my credit ebook, that was somebody that was in my contacts from 9 months ago. They hadn't even received an email from me for 9 months. And I'm like, dang. So I went ahead and sent everybody an email because, it just made me think about it. But they came through, and how I knew it was from an old email is because it had a discount. And I hadn't done that discount in forever. But they went back to an old email. I was like, wow, okay. So at least the link still worked. Good job, y'all. But yeah, so you want to think about, who you're going to be using. If that next call of action, again, watching the videos. And then you could have a checklist of, all right, if you're so interested, you can have a checklist down there too, babe. Do you have your life insurance license already? Do you have a vehicle, a reliable vehicle? Like, these are the things that you need to have in order for you to even be opted into this opportunity. So you may want them to answer those questions before even scheduling an appointment. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in my ads that are placed, those questions are already there in those ads.
Okay.
So would it be necessary to do them also in the web? I guess so, because there'll be people on the web that might have got there from a business card or just from a general conversation.
Or from your YouTube channel.
Yeah, something like that. So, okay.
So it's just something else to think about, right? What you want to happen. What are the call to actions? What information do you want them to gather that's going to grasp their attention and keep them on this page to the point of, scheduling the appointment or requesting more information via the email, right? And you'll have those in your links down at the bottom of your web page. And you can have that at the top. You can have that call to action at any point throughout your landing page. Doesn't matter. What matters is colors. What are the colors that's going to pop? Do not use red, because red is like very alarming. Blues, greens, purples, royalty, like the blues and the greens are real calming. your browns, natural, you know what I mean? Colors matter. Colors matter. And so you just want to think about those things. So again, it may only take you about 5 to 10 minutes once you have your, what do you call it? Draft, your little draft down. But getting this down, this is what's going to take a little bit more time. Thinking about what words you want to use, how you want to relay the information that you want to convey. All right. So I think that's going to be it for this part of the video, babe. Anything else you think is important that you want to add to this? Do you feel like now you can sit here for a little bit and get your juices rolling and you can complete the rest of this?
I could have been did this. My juice has been rolling. Been rolling.
Y'all, don't have me fight this, man.
This is a thing that is so important. And just like anything, you know, we overthink these things and we make them more complicated than what they actually are. At the end of the day, all of this stuff is editable. So, you know, you could set it, you could publish it, you could have it out there. You could say, I would like it better if it did this. And you could change it. You could get feedback from different people. You could see how something might be bringing you a response versus something else. And the thing is, just do it, which is what I was saying a minute ago. I'm more of that one, I'll just go, run and go. But on stuff like this, I'm one of those that I could overanalyze, and I could be like a lot of you guys probably who, you know, this is not something that's automatic to me. So many of the other things are that we do, so many other aspects, training, speaking, all of these things come almost natural to me. These type of miss me with all of this, but it's so important.
And it's crazy because he's an artist. So to me,
she's right.
Yeah, like to me, I feel like he would be the one that should, you know, and this baffles me when he's like, I need you to do it. I'm like, are you kidding? Like, you have the vision.
Well, you know what? It's because this is more than just art. This isn't just art. It's art. It's computer stuff. I mean, look at all this, man. If y'all saw, we like a studio in my dining room right now. But it's not just art. So I have the eye to say,
yes, you do.
I like that. I want mine to be similar to that, or just like that, or we could change things, and I to see it. But this is really going from here, and getting it to there. So planning, the strategizing. I like how you know, we'll lay it out and kind of outline it, if you will, on paper first, visualize it, and then you just start uploading your vision into the templates, and before you know it, you're up and running as far as your web space. Yeah,
and honestly, like as he was saying, is looking at our templates here, and then just thinking about all the pictures that you already have in your phone, pictures that you may have in different devices or what have you, that you can use. Like this is the starting point, and then you look at what you already have. And if you do not have a picture, now you know what kind of picture you need to go get, right? You know what you need. And even in that, like, I'm very good. I've always called myself a copycat. I believe I can do anything in the world as long as you show me. I'm a copycat, right? And I will go to Google Images and I will type up something and I will scroll through pictures. I can do, you know, I'll just scroll through till something catches my attention. And then I'll screenshot that and then I'll recreate it with using my own self in the picture, right? So you may need to do that. But again, don't make this more difficult than it has to be. There are plenty of websites that allow you to use the pictures that they have also for free. Some of them you pay like a $9.99 monthly fee and you can use any of their images, and they're very professional. I've done that as well. Right? When I'm like, I don't have time to try to go and get cute and you know, figure out my hair. Y'all know I'm going through hair issues right now. I will pay for an image, maybe 99 cents, but it's worth it to me to get the ownership to use that image to make my website. Yes, even like the music we have in the background. This is free music, so we're able to use it on our videos. And I don't have a problem paying somebody else to use their stuff, right? I mean, that's what this life is about. We buy things, we share, we make money, we spend money, you know, it has to keep revolving. And so I utilize people and tools as well. Trust me. So with that, I'm going to shut it down, babe. Guys, At the end of this video, I'm gonna make sure that I add his webpage once he's completed, as well as mine. It's gonna be phenomenal, y'all. Let me put a disclaimer in there. If he doesn't get his webpage done today, it won't be on there.
It'll be because of her.
It will not be because of me. It'll be because he didn't sit down and listen. My husband, he always has something else to do. Okay, he'll be over here working on some other new techie thing. He got a new iPad. He'll be figuring. Listen,
I got to do something with that iPad too, so I'll be back.
Not until you're done with your webpage.
We are going to get this done.
Y'all gonna keep him accountable. He said it to you guys, so it's gonna get done.
We're going to get this done, and we're not going to be like the pastor that just keeps on closing. So we are going to wrap this video up. Goodbye.
Bye.
We got work to do.
Peace. Hit your button. Hit your button. Bye.